Hello everyone, Anthro here with the Bloody Point. Today I just want to talk a little bit about build diversity in Crowfall and touch on something else which will become evident at the end of the video. So we're at the stage now in Crowfall's development where we're looking at some major changes on the horizon with the 6.4 update. We're going to see an increase on the level cap from 30 to 35, a few other changes pertaining to attributes and the talents and so on, and there will be some class and power changes as well, it looks like. Here we're looking at a Stormcaller build, which is nothing special really, but its main feature is it takes advantage of some range adds to get range additions on a couple of its powers. The way range distance works in Crowfall is not all powers can benefit from that modifier, so you have to identify those first before building. You could end up in a situation where you sacrifice some things for increased range, but you don't have powers that benefit from it. In this case, I have two powers which will get the increased range, 135 meter and 130 meter, and my range bonus in this case is just above 16 meters. So that can give you some pretty decent extreme range hits. Some of that is coming from the purple vessel that I have, but just with runes you can get up to plus 10, so that takes your left attack to 40 meters and your the Aurora emitter lightning strike chain up to 45 with your, even with a basic vessel. As you can see here, that's the power we're looking at. Now, one of the things about building in Crowfall is, as a player, you don't necessarily know what all of the other classes and abilities and domains allow you to do. And you can benefit from, experimenting yourself and see what things can be done and how a build can be made and better know how to counter it or what to be aware of. Or you can look it up online, find these details. There are several pages which have all of the disciplines, all the runes, the majors and minors in the various domains and their powers listed. Or you can talk to guildmates or people on Discord. But yeah, it's really important to have that information, not only to be able to be aware of what you can do, but be aware of what others can do, so that when you fight them, you can kind of judge whether a particular engagement, say a one-on-one, for example, especially, is worth getting into, or how you should play that out. There are certain combinations in Crowfall where things simply don't match up well, and this is one of them. So I had been range testing and noticed someone taking a nearby outpost as it happened, so I figured, why not do some live testing on a real person? You can see here that I'm going to hit him from, not even my max range. I could hit him from further away, but the other thing about the range add is it does increase your far sight, which allows you to see the nameplates and such from farther away. So you could have a scenario where you're hitting somebody, you can see them and they can't even see you. You also have AoEs, which allows you to do things like hit them when they're behind cover, such as I do here. So it's a ground targeted AoE, it's going to hit them. Same thing for the root here. So yeah, the capabilities of various classes, there's a lot of rock, paper, scissors going on, a lot of strengths and weaknesses that are not always lined up against one another. So you could find yourself in a fight that is completely imbalanced, as was the case here. A Templar is a great group character. There are some guilds right now, Spectre Legion and Valeria, who are running a lot of Templars, which can be effective in certain contexts and not so much in others. And in this case, definitely not effective. So this was a pretty easy kill for me, and I the Q was a bit unnecessary at the end there, but yeah. And you'll find a lot of that in Crowfall. There is balance in the game, but you got to keep in mind that this is largely a group versus group game, guild versus guild, sieges and so on, and not everything's going to be balanced against everything else. In 6.4, we're going to see some of these things change, especially with the attribute modifications. Attributes will return more for their investment. So for each point in, say, Dex or Con, you will get more than you do now in return. So, certain number of points in con will give you more hit points, etc. So this guy had a lot of stuff on him. I'm going to have to use a mobile bank here to bank all of it. And you'll notice in a moment that this individual was not pleased with what happened. He seems to have felt that I did something, I don't know, he referred to it in a particular way, but yeah. Again, I think that it's simply a case of people not being aware of what other classes are capable of and how they're built, especially with the range modifier. And if you can't see someone hitting you from very far away, you can't even see their nameplate, then I can get why you might consider them as being a hacker. But as you can see from the build-up in this case, not what was going on. In any case, hope you enjoyed the video. Looking forward to 6.4. Hope you guys are out there testing and playing, and thanks for watching as always.